Okay, so this one is the exercise Snowman. It says write a program that has Tracy draw a snowman. Make sure your snowman is drawn on a background that uses the hex color code, and they give you the color code right there. It needs to be made of 3 white circles. Is sized based off user input, so you're going to have to put a question in there that a user answers. You should ask the user for the radius of the bottom of the snowman's body. The middle circle should have a radius that is half the bottom, and then the top should have a radius that's half the middle. So if we had this example, the bottom has a radius of 100, middle has a radius of 50, and the top has a radius of 25. So we're going to put in 100 when we test it. So we'll get started here. As usual, we're going to put in a multi-line comment. This code will draw a snowman based on user input. We're going to close our comment. We're going to go down to line 5. We're going to do speed, set it to 0. Then we're going to do BG color, that's background color. And we're going to put in that hex code they gave us. It was hashtag, and hex color code, the capitalization does matter, so pay attention to that. Capital D, capital B, capital F, 4, F, A. And our hex color actually needs to be in quotation marks, so we will add that, because I forgot to do that. All right. And then we're going to go down to line 8. We're going to put a single line comment, and it's going to say this function will draw a circle with a radius given as a parameter. We're going to do another comment. It will then move Tracy to the top of the circle. Okay, so we're going to make a function here. So we've got to define our function. So def space draw underscore circle. It's dependent upon the radius, so inside the parentheses we're going to put radius, and then we're going to put a colon there. Just like I mentioned before, now that we're under this function, it's going to tab over once. You have to have that to indicate that as part of the function. We're going to do pin down. We're going to do begin underscore fill, and all of these have to have parentheses after them, even if they don't have anything in them. We're going to go down to the next line, circle. And inside of our parentheses, we're going to put radius. Then we're going to do end underscore fill. Then we're going to do pin up. Then we're going to do left 90 degrees. Then we're going to go forward with a radius times 2. And then we're going to go right 90 degrees. We're going to go down 2, so I should be on line 20 now. I'm going to backspace. I'm going to do another single line comment, so hashtag set Tracy's starting point or position. I'm going to do pin up. And again, here we backspace to go back to be even with the line. We're going to do set position to 0, negative 200. And then we're going to do color, parentheses, quotation marks, white. We're going to go down to line 25. We're going to do hashtag ask the user for the radius of the bottom circle. So we're going to do bottom underscore radius, and that's going to equal integer int I'm going to do quotation mark, or parentheses, not quotation marks, parentheses, and then do input. And then another parentheses inside of those parentheses, and then a quotation mark. And this is going to be our question that shows up at the bottom. What should the radius of the bottom circle be? Question mark, colon. And that's all set up and good to go. So now we can go down to line 28. We're going to do another single line comment. Call the draw underscore circle function with radii of 100, 50, and 25. So we're going to do draw underscore circle parentheses bottom underscore radius. And then we're going to do the same thing 2 more times. So I'm just going to copy this line of code here. Copy, go down, paste, go down, paste. But for the second one, I'm going to do divided by 2. And for the final one, I'm going to do divided by 4. And that should be our completed function. So let's see what it gives us. So we'll run. It goes ahead and makes the background blue, but it doesn't know what size to draw the circles. So we are going to answer this question down here. What should the radius of the bottom circle be? Let's just put 100. Push enter. And there we go. We've got Tracy up here at the top. You can make her go somewhere else if you want, but this is sufficient. If we run it again, and let's say we want a smaller snowman, we can do a radius of 50. And now the snowman's smaller. If we want a larger snowman, we can run it again. We can do a radius of 150. And now it goes off the page because it's so big. But that's all you need to do to complete it. So hit submit and continue, and you're all done with that one.